Where are those fucking floppies? Where are the fucking floppies? In my junk drawer. No, that's Bubsy. That's not it. Oh! This is a Megami Tensei game, but it's Karate Kid by Atlas for the NES. Oh, here they are. chat, the silliest thing just happened. So I'm, after I found my floppies, I had to return on my key light because it had turned off during the intro. And apparently my tablet just would not connect to it. And I thought that's a bit odd because I normally turn on the key light in front of my desk with my tablet. For those that don't know, I have one of those key lights that only turns on with Bluetooth controls. Ugh. It was cheap, and it's been serving me for 3 years now. And so, yeah, actually, I've had it for longer than that, because I even had these before the desk, before the move over to CGI Man. And yeah, it wouldn't mess with it. So as I was sitting here during the intro, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check something. So I walk over to my other desk where I've been working today, because my phone's sitting there charging. And I just decided to bring up the same app, and it works. I hate technology so much. Anyway, speaking of technology, it's time for more Digital Devil Story, Megami Tensei on the Sharp X1 actual hardware. Now note, I said the Sharp X1, not the X1 Turbo. So, what's the deal there, Teebs? Well, I'm gonna show you an image on this screen. This is appropriate for Screaming Face. If you're not on the Discord and you have not seen this photo on Blue Sky, oh boy. Oh boy. Let me just drag this image into place. Where the hell did I put it? I just saved it and I cannot find it. Oh, I gotta open this up on my other file explorer because the main one likes to index every single time I enter the drive. I have a lot of folders in this. There we go. Yep, that's the one. Alright, so I'm gonna have to download this over to the machine real quick because I'm silly and I didn't actually put it in before. Where's the FTP? Teep, shouldn't you have had this ready to go before the stream started? Well, I actually wasn't gonna bring this up right now. I was gonna wait until I brought it up when we actually got to the game, but I think it's better to bring it up now so I don't forget. Whoa, that hung up real bad. Okay. Stand by. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the top directory. It is! Paste. Cool, now I can download this. Alright, so I downloaded this, and now you're gonna see this hellscape. And this is a hellscape. I just want to point out, like, this is bad. This is, like, really bad. Alright, so here's a zoomed in picture of a motherboard. Right? We're gonna zoom in here. You see that right there? You see that green gunk right there? And it's also on the motherboard as well. Well, let's just take a little mosey on over to this this little thing right here. This is a battery for something on the system. I'm guessing it might be like, I know on a PC 88 and 98, I think it was like Kanji ROM that had it, or there might be something related to the BIOS on it. Yeah, with the ones that have the software switches, it's software BIOS, and you would need something like that present there. It got all over the board. It leaked. So there's a little bit of corrosion at LS74A right there. There's a little bit on... Oh, I haven't actually checked LS123. Apparently that's really bad if it gets on that. But the main culprit and the main... Yeah, CMOS, that's the word. But the main point of issue here is this little connector right here. So that's the floppy connector. So when I was testing the drives earlier, and by earlier I mean yesterday, I was only able to get a signal out of DS1, which is, or sorry, DSO, which is the first floppy, the one that you would put the game boot disk in, and any disk that you would like to boot into the system. That's the only way I would get that to read. DS1, which is the other floppy drive, would not read, it would just spin, but not actually read. I tested the drives in the Sharp X1, not the Turbo, the original one. They worked. Uh-oh, I said. I gotta take a better look at the board, and then found that. So that computer's fucked. I may have to buy another daughter board just to get the machine to a bootable state. It looks like the main functions of the board are fine. Like it boots into IPL, which is the bootloader. It just cannot boot into the game. I have not taken the daughter board off the top of the motherboard yet, so I don't know how bad the leakage just gotten. Hopefully it's just on the daughter board. I'm gonna find that out later. That will probably be during the week next week, or maybe Sunday. Depends on how tomorrow goes, or soon to be today. But yeah, there's my hell yesterday. And this is why I have Thursdays off on stream, is so I can look into shit like that. Anyway, yeah, we have Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei. I am gonna apologize ahead of time if you're not here for the last stream or the one before that. This game on this specific system has a lot of flashing, a lot of flickering. So if you are very susceptible to things that are kind of bad when there is flashing imagery or blinking lights and whatnot, especially in this case, this might not be the stream for you. Don't worry, come back tomorrow. We'll have speedrun request where you can watch me suffer because someone donates like 50 bucks to make me run wheels 50 times. But yeah, I just giving that warning out ahead of time because this game's kind of fucked in that regard. But with that in mind, I say hello, Professor Ramses, and anyone else watching. This is a fine quality live stream for Friday, June 6th, 2025. And I need to turn the machine on real quick. I might turn into a ragdoll for a second. Hold on. I think I turned it on. Yeah, I hear the vibrating. All right. We're gonna switch over now. Now, I don't know if I have this at the right resolution, so we're gonna find this out very quickly. But yeah, as a reminder, we are playing this on actual hardware, and that's about it. We're playing on actual hardware. I have the actual game box right here. And we got the two floppies. So if I remember correctly, I need to hit the X button to boot from my save. Please let me know if the sound is too loud or too quiet. I did have to finagle with the soundboard from last week after the speedrun doodad. Oh, it's perfectly fine. All right. No, it is not. Hold on. Okay, I gotta flip the machine off. Hold on. The issue is I need it to boot into the save that I have, so I'm gonna hit Z instead. Because there is a save. Hopefully we still have a save, because it'll be pretty bad if we don't, because that means we have to start the game over from the beginning again. I have not had time to test this, by the way. Ah, there we go. Why am I really far back? I'm really far back for some reason. Ah, there we go. Okay. By the way, it's not mentioned on the title because I didn't have enough space, but outfit requests are open for the stream. And as a reminder, if you put in a request for a speedrun, it will be put on a queue to tomorrow. So, which currently does not have any games put down. So if you do want to have your speedrun done first, that was probably the best time to do that. Anyway. Would also help if I had the game on my monitor. Alright, there we go. There's Cerberus. Alright. Go to next. So again, blinking light warning. 100% in effect for this stream. Do not say I did not warn you. Gotta start by going, no! I think I've already been down this one as well. No, I don't want to use Cerberus. I want to use that. Come on, go in the room. Cool. Now I want to test a theory that I have with this, which is that when you reload the game, it resets everything, even though every documentation that I've been reading about this says it doesn't do that. Because I know I've picked up that item up there before. So I'm gonna say yes, it does respawn them, despite everything telling me that it doesn't on this version. I love that the enemies are temporarily turning into Mecha. I don't know if you've been noticing that. All right. That's right, computer. So ultimately, you just gotta find the boss for this section. Unless we've just been defeating bosses the whole time. Maybe we have. I just don't know. How's everyone's day been so far? Pretty good? My day's been mostly okay. Got my work done, obviously, at my job, and I've been working on a few more models to add for the outfit request. There should hopefully be 5 additional more added for that on before stream tomorrow. So we're not going to be streaming super long for this today because I want to actually make sure that I have the time to, one, go get stuff in prep for my trip, because I'm having to start doing that now. And then I'm going to also get me some lunch while I'm out. Probably hot bar. Seems to be like a good thing. Get a lot of protein and whatnot. Plus, it's hot food. And then after that, I'm gonna come back here, just make sure that all the models and outfits are set up just right. And then I will go and start the second speedrun request stream. The WAN show started less than a half hour before I did. Yeah, but they're always late. I'm not always late. They have a show literally dedicated to why they're late. Also, hello, Chance. It's really funny that I'm saying hello because we were talking earlier. Not this late normally. Ah, that's fair. Well, I do remember that one time they started at like 1 a.m. Eastern. There's like one WAN show that they did like super late. Super duper late. Wow, it's nothing. Whoop. Hang on. Oh, if it was 1 a.m. Pacific, then that would be like 4 a.m. here. Oh yeah, that sounds a bit more appropriate. Sorry, my audio is like crackly at the moment. All right. Cool. Good stuff. Also, I've been working on incentives, which is partially why I'm late today. I think I got a decent set. I never thought of that. I just never thought about it giving it less Rice Krispies. Enemy? Yes. Alright, so we're gonna fall down the hole again. Audio good, by the way? I'm guessing it is because people are responding to what I'm saying, which was pretty hard to do last time. I did actually go back and watch the VOD. Oh, come on. Is this the one with Ibarra? No. No, but this has the comp battery. Ah, never mind. I think I've already been here. Chance, the amount of salt in that will cause my blood vessels to like rupture. Let's not do that. I know how much salt's in Marmite. Like, no. We're not doing that. That's how you end up in the hospital. And then I have to do a... Alright, I have a key so we can go in here now. Wow, that was, like, not worth it. Oh, there's another hole! By the way, for the observant people out there, you may have recognized the names here at the top left. A lot of them showed up in SMT too, like Tipperith and Yasad. I mean, it is the Expanse at all, you know. Oh, thank goodness I got my Solomon Dirks. Can't believe it. I sure do love picking up my Solomon Dirks. Oh, fuck, I blew up the salesman. It is really funny that you can just do that. This helpful character, you can just explode. Wild. Alright, so we're making our way back down here. Oh, I exploded from excitement. Okay. Also, this is still my only working version of this game because my, oh god, hold on. I had to get the bangy out of the way. And the other one. Have I been here? Should be 5? No, 7. But I don't think I explored the rest of this, so let's see what's over here. Did I ever check this? I did. Hi, Izanami. Hope you're doing well. We do actually have to read this. I didn't read it last time. Oh, hold on. Does my tablet have Google Translate on it? I don't think it does. Also, it wouldn't matter. I've taped the thing shut. All right, I have to disappear off the screen for a second because I have to go grab my phone from the other end of the room. Okay, that has to be loud because it's. All right, but yeah, I gotta go across the room to go grab my phone. Also, some good news. I've ordered some equipment for my camera that should hopefully be here by tomorrow. I got a mic for it, but like a proper mic that doesn't require a D-cell now. Not a D-cell, 9 volt. Because I have a Rode microphone that does require a 9 volt, but this one doesn't have a 9 volt. And it's also a Rode, and this mic I'm talking on is a Rode as well. So yeah, pretty good microphones. But yeah, I have a monopod that I had to get a stand for, and then I got the Rode mic. So good shit. Anyway, let us keep going. After I appear back on the screen. I think this, yeah, it's this one. Have I not lost my mind with this game? Have you seen the shit I play on this stream? This is nothing. I played Leo the Lion, a game that makes absolutely no sense. Also, Wheels. If I can get through Wheels and I can get through, you know, every other Megami Tensei game that I've gone through so far, especially some of the maddening ones like Majin Tensei. It does get a bit maddening at some point. Like, we got this. I've played through Alcatraz. I've played through, oh god, Alien Cabal we did on stream, but that also has like a lot of neat stuff in it as well. But yeah, like I'm just used to stuff like this, so I can handle it. Let me at it, coach. But hello, Sim. I hope you're doing well. Speedrunning Major Marvel. How about speedrunning Ultimate, a game that you can't even finish? All right, my phone has actually now decided to cooperate, and now I shall read what is on the screen. The devil's lion eats bone and gains time. That's so true. That's what we call time loss, everyone. Learn from Izanami. Don't eat the bones, you'll gain time. Don't want that. Got a helicopter in the background. So anyway, we're back to the game. So yeah, I think we'll go till about maybe 2 at the latest for this. I don't want to go for too late because, again, I do have to do speed running tomorrow for everyone's amusement. That would be funny. That would be funny. I do agree with that. All right, so I think what we'll do is we will... Well, number one, try not to die. Very important. I might have to grab the joystick again. I get a little bit more, like, control with it. I can actually run and gun. I feel like with Ultimate, it would be like the first person who can actually get the game to, like, crash. What? Hello? Chat. Chat. I haven't saved in a bit. Well, I'll say this. This is the first time something like this has happened in this gameplay. So, I'm impressed it's taken this long. Usually when I'm playing a game, something really funny happens very quickly. It took 3 streams for something cosmically funny to happen. All right, I'm gonna have to hit this button. And then I have to reach over and hit the NMI switch on the Sharp X1. As a reminder, this is on actual hardware. All right, and back. It is a really awkward reach to get to that because the button is on the back side facing the wall this time and not at the front. Because I need the keyboard plug because it's only on the back on the original X1. All right, so we're gonna try this again. And hopefully not fail from the game just shitting the bed. Chaz, you wonder how much RAM the system has? This is a Zilog Z80, 4 megahertz. 4. At a whopping 64 kilobytes. Four megabytes, that's right. 4 megabyte. Oh, no, it's 4 hertz. 4 hertz. But it's 64 kilobytes of RAM. It's a little machine that could. And Sharp still uses the color design of this machine on some of their more recent like television units, you know, the afqls. Hell, I went to the farmer's market, like, not farmer's market, I went to the flea market like 2 weeks ago with my sister. And there was a, like a Sharp microwave just sitting on a table. And it's in the exact same color scheme as this machine. All right. Yeah, I'm determined to finish this game. We can't get back to if until I do it. Because remember, we still have 2 more full playthroughs of if we have to get through. Because we're doing all endings. Holy shit. Well, that was fun. No, it should be possible to beat this. I mean, like, barring like catastrophic failure, we should finish the game. I'm assuming the game is not as long as I think it is. It's just I'm just stumbling through the map. I swear to God, if you crap out again, I'm going to lose my ever-living shit because that, well, 1, it'd be really funny, but 2... Listen, I know you like doing topical humor, Chance, but... That's some, like, serious subject matter. Can you two, like, get down here? Thank you. Oh, no, don't worry. They had a child right here. I'm having to use my explosions to get rid of. Alright, I'm saving here. Where the fuck is this? Oh, okay. As a reminder, we are playing... At least this machine's got a fan in it. That's kind of the nice thing. It has a fan. Alright, I think I actually have to be in this area, so we're gonna have to go up. We've already defeated the boss in Chakma. I do know that. Like, as long as you know a route to, like, each of the bosses and you have, like, an adequate amount of, like, health and whatnot, and maybe the Solomon Dirks and the curved beads, it's not the worst game. Like, it's not, in terms of, like, difficulty. I think this game be pretty straightforward. Can I replace the fan with a Noctua? You know what? You probably could if you could, but I actually... That's generally a good question because I think the fan is built into the power supply. So, like, not like the fan is in the power supply. The fan is in the chassis, but, like, the cord for it is in the power supply. So if you could, like, hot wire up a Noctua fan to work with, like, an old-ass power supply, I mean, maybe. Right. So we're ultimately just trying to find... Oh, okay. Yeah, we've been here. We have definitely been here. I am almost dead. So we're gonna take these stairs here. I mean, you wouldn't really need it on a C64. I have seen like Noctua fans and whatnot, like jerry-rigged to work for like Amigas and whatnot. They do actually need fans because when you have like an accelerator card, that the heat on that actually is kind of a lot. Keep in mind that I have a 60 out of 60 accelerator in my Amiga and, well, my Amiga 1200 because I have 3 Amigas. And that thing puts off heat. Oh no, from an absurdist perspective, yeah, why would you do that? I mean, I guess. Hello, Mutant, hope you're doing well. Oh, that reminds me. I need to, while I don't have enemies on my ass, I need to set name. Because I did say I was gonna set it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. We're kind of having a bit of a late start to this, and it's not going to be super long because speed running. How do I set nicknames? I have Chatty up at the moment, and you can set nicknames with it in the... you right-click on a username, and then you go to miscellaneous and set name. You can also set specific colors for users as well. So you can associate a user with like a specific like shade of like a color. Like aperture for me is like a bright purple, right? Like a very strong purple. And that's how I'm able to like single out aperture in chat. So I know when aperture joins. Using aperture as an example. Oh, I did not get a lot of health from that. I don't think I need the lantern. Currently working on prime target marathon scenario. You mean like an Aleph 1 scenario, or just like you're playing through Prime Target? Prime Target's not that bad. Oh, 3-part campaign plus net maps. Not bad. I think with like Ryoko's work on the hub map design, that Prime Target could potentially actually get like a proper like port. Didn't I come through this one? Yeah, I did. I really gotta play it careful. It would really be nice if that salesman showed up again. You know, the salesman who shows up occasionally. By the way, apparently we will be hearing this music for almost the entire game. So I hope you like it, because well, one of the other things they have to implement is picture-in-picture, like, video cutscene playback, because that's the one thing about the game that's like, whoa, is the fact that you can have cutscenes playing on a little screen in the game window. Just play smooth jazz. There's this, like, one video of, like a chicken processing plant I forgot exactly where. I know it's like somewhere in the Middle East specifically, but I don't know the exact country. But they had smooth jazz playing over, like, just... And it's the most, like, jarring thing to watch. Like, you see the whole, like, assembly line process, and there's just this smooth jazz to, like, some of the most visceral shit you ever see in your life. Fresh would know what I was talking about, because we both watched that video together. I have no health. Oh boy. And guess what? We're gonna commit to this. We're committing to it. Are you ready, chat? I get hit like once. I step on a Lego, I die. All right, here we go. Operation Don't Die. Impossible. Please be health. Ah, it's Maka. Health. All right. I hope that chest is health, because otherwise, oh boy. I'm in for pain. Ah. At least it's just slimes at the moment. Yeah, at least it's just slimes for the most part. Now, the nice thing is, though, apparently since everything did respawn, I can just pick up some maca, so we have more to sell to the seller. So that's good. Fall into another hole! Oh, I have not gone to this Izanami shrine. What the fuck? Oh no. The blood's left her body. Oh, her eyes blue? They are. You see that? She's got blue eyes. They're not the red eyes like in other depictions. I'm not naming which ones. Some of you might know. The true Megami Tensei fans out there. Speaking of which, there's rumors, and I have to stress this very loudly, rumors, that Persona 4 might have a thing announced at the Xbox Showcase on Sunday. So I decided, you know what? On the off chance that that is correct, why don't we watch the showcase? I have to double check what time it is, but it would be neat to watch the showcase live. Maybe not on stream, but we can watch it in like VC or whatnot. The soundtrack is really good. It's the only thing of this game that got ported to the X68000. So yeah, while the game itself never got ported to the Sharp 68000, the soundtrack did. I am so fucked right now. I am so fucked right now. Oh, thank goodness. But we have to thank the Sharp CZ SB1, or sorry, 8SB1. which is their FM synthesis sound card with the Yamaha 2151 on it. It's Bug! Bug! Come on, Bug, don't be playing me like that. This game's fucking weird when it comes to pathfinding. Cool, I'm back to no health. I guess we're in purgatory. Or not. Hello, Matrix. Alright, I need to switch to the... sorry, the Solomon Dirks. By the way, just as a reminder, coming up tomorrow, I mentioned it earlier, but I want to make sure people are aware, we have speedrun requests coming up where you, for a few dollars, can have me, schlub, speedrun various speed games that I've done over the years in specific categories. And maybe wear an outfit, specific outfit. And I'm aiming to start that a little bit earlier than I did last time, so hopefully I'm gonna try to start it around 3 or 2. There's no guarantee though. Just depends on how things go in the morning. Now luckily I don't have to get my car inspected, so I can't use that as why it takes forever, because, well, it didn't take forever when I got my car inspected last weekend. I literally got my car inspected, got my tags and my registration paid within an hour. Wild. But, yeah, we will start that probably sometime in the afternoon. But if you'd like to get in a request ahead of time, hi, Yumiko. If you'd like to get a request in ahead of time, exclamation point menu shows you all the current options. I have swapped a few things out. ZPC and Alcatraz Prison Escape have been removed from the list. I am having to troubleshoot why they will not run on my XP machine. Might have to run them on Linux. But in its place, I have put Trilogy % for Marathon. That's right, you can have me speedrun all 3 games! Exclamation point menu. By the way, there will be 5 more outfits added tomorrow. Let me actually go through all those real quick. I'm going to be adding 3 male outfits and 2 female outfits for that. So 3 males outfits, 2 female outfits. I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, I'm just gonna add just all female outfits. No, I want to have some male outfits. It's just really hard to like get some. Because either I have to make them myself or I have very slim pickings on Booth, because most of the outfits on there are... Well, I'm also trying not to repeat anything as well. Alcatraz would not start. That's why it got removed. I am troubleshooting it. We still have 3 more speedrun streams after the one tomorrow, so it could get added back in. It's just, it can't be on it this Saturday because I don't have enough time to get it troubleshooted. Especially since the stream for that is tomorrow. But yeah. Well, it is on Lift Tech, and what's ironic is the machine that I'm running it on, or I wanted to run it on it, is the one that I did the run for GDQ on. Which makes it weirder. That is the machine I did the run for Games Done Quick for AGDQ 2021. I did it on that machine, and it won't boot. Five minutes to the first ad break, by the way. let me talk about that, and then we'll get back to what we were talking about. If you don't want to deal with ads, or you want to deal with some mitigations, exclamation point ad break gives you some mitigations. Keep in mind certain implementations, such as, what's the word? Like alternative Twitch watching extensions. They're having issues right now because Twitch apparently is encrypting streams, so keep that in mind. But if you don't want to deal with any ads at all and you just want to watch the damn stream in peace, consider a fine quality sub to a fine quality live stream. Helps you out because you don't get ads and you get bonus content on this. Get bonus content on the Discord, and it helps me out because I am using the funds that I get for that for GDQ, because I think there's literally, hello? There's a payout date. I think the next payout date for stuff is on literally the week of GDQ, so I can use that, use the funds for that during the last half of the event. Blood 2 was horrible. Remember, it ran properly on Windows XP SP2 machine. That tracks. Also, hello, CM Prep. Hope you're doing well. I want to get to the doggo. Give me the doggo. I want to go pet the doggo. I think there's like a step here that I have to be at. Hold on. Or it might not be here. It might be somewhere else. I want to get another Cerberus. Why have one adorable doggo when you can have two? Oh, it's over here. It's over here. But yeah, going back to... I think we were talking about outfits. Yeah. There's just very slim pickings on Booth for, like, male outfits. And I'm not trying to repeat anything. So if you're hoping for male bunny suit TBCR, I have some sad news for you. I'm trying not to repeat anything. I'm trying to be at least creative and try to have a unique outfit. That being said, there are female versions for certain outfits that is planned at some point, but not during the context of the stream, because I am planning on using the female model outside of this month because, well, there's games with female protagonists, and it would be a good idea to just get use out of it with that. You know, it's funny you say that. There is a thing on Booth for that. However, I will get TOS'd in a heartbeat with it. Also, it is too much setup because I would have to essentially make a VR chat avatar to even use it. And then have to go through a long, convoluted process to convert it back to VRM and then to the app that I use for streaming. It's too much of a hassle. I will mention though, what is it? In terms of the male outfits, we have HEV suit. Now it could be like my favorite protagonist in Half-Life, Gordon Froman. And then there's a night outfit, and then I'm dressed in Shinji's plug suit from Evangelion. Which that might be cool for some people. I don't know. And then for the female outfits, I tried to go with a sensible, like a somewhat sensible nurse outfit. Nothing too wacky. And then a spring wetsuit, because I think spring wetsuits are neat. And honestly, if I was to like do any like beach swimming at all at this point, it would be a wetsuit, because I'm paranoid about fucking getting stung by jellyfish. Some of you in the supporter lounge know of one of the outfits that I'm working on at the moment, but it's taking forever to do that. TF2 Spy. I'd have to get, I think the Spy has like a pinstripe suit. I don't know if there's, what is it, a baklava? I don't know if that's on, God, now you got me having to look. I mean, I could obviously just make one, but if there's one that someone's already made that has like a good texture on it, I cannot spell this word to save my life. Hold on. Balaclava. Technically? But not really. The only ones that are on booth are ones without a mouthpiece. Yeah, they don't have mouthpieces. Which, I mean, that it wouldn't be, like, super hard to fix. All you have to do is, like, just... like, edit the texture. Okay, that actually looks... I think it might be better for me to just make one. Also, that... well, no, actually, Matrix, that kind of ties back into the... it's... actually, I don't know. Hold on, I have to think about this. In theory, it could be possible, but it's gonna look weird because, well, I don't... I think the main issue is just making sure you have all the constituent pieces. That won't be a... I feel like that might be a last week thing if I do implement it. It'll be a last week outfit. Now, that being said, I'll probably keep some aspect of what we're doing still active on the stream even after June, because I think it would be neat to have redeems on stream. I wouldn't mind doing speedrun requests as like, not like on a weekly basis, but maybe like a once a month or twice a month thing. I think that would be kind of cool. But I don't want to overdo that outside of this month because money is kind of tight for a lot of people at the moment. And the only reason I'm doing one every week this month is because we're down to the wire to the event. All right, funny shit's happening. No, sorry. I thought funny shit was happening. Anyway. All right, no battery. Got more Maka. There's a helicopter flying overhead. I don't know if you could hear that. I was really looking into like, okay, so again, like the big issue with also like outfits, right? If I don't do stuff with Vroid, there's like a weird convoluted process. I did mention it. It's, what is it called? Game? Hey, chat. Did the audio just like stop for you as well? Hang on. I have to plug this into the headphone port real quick. Okay. It's something to do with the capture. Because it's definitely coming through the It's definitely coming through the soundboard. I think my capture's doing that thing again. So if I was to like what's the word? If I was to stop this capture and restart it, things are going to shit the bed. You remember this during SMT too. I may have to stop string for a bit. Which is going to be unfortunate and see if true. Oh boy. Well, I guess we're in this situation then. I'm going to hit this button. Well, actually, hold on. We need to get to a save point first, and then... Oh. What? Oh, I used an item. Cool. Please let this be a save point. Cool. All right. I'm gonna send it over to the BRB screen because I am gonna have to do a funny. Please stare at Aleph and Gabriel. I've hired these two people to do what they're doing in front of you. All right. Not the OSSC. So now I'm gonna unplug the capture device, and then hopefully things don't just die. All right. I'm now going to restart the capture card. And it did the thing. God damn it. All right, well, we're gonna have to take a short break because I have to restart my computer. It happened. It happened again. I love tech. Hold on. No, I have to restart my computer, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go ahead and put set up my stream to say part 2. And we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back with more of a fine quality live stream from Team Sarah Productions. So yeah, like don't step away. We will be right back. I just have to reboot real quick. So yeah, it'll probably kick you to like hotfix or something. Anyway, see you in a bit. Oh, cool. Are we not jumping it? Is it not jumping me into an ad? Cool. Fantastic. All right. We're back with more of a fine quality live stream. I was actually expecting it to be like ad starting in like 2 minutes. I was like, I'm gonna have to wait for this. But no, we don't. We don't have to wait for that. We can get back to more of a fine quality live stream from TVCR Productions. If you are just joining us, hi, the game capture had a funny, and I had to reboot the system, but we're back for now. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. And we're gonna play a little bit more of Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei for the Sharp X1. We are playing this on an actual machine with actual floppies and whatnot. And we're gonna see if we can get substantial progress done today. And once we're done with as much as I can for this, we're going to cut stream, and then we'll come back in like 14, 15 hours for speedrun request. Where once again, you can, for a few dollars, have me speedrun either really good FPS and other titles, or speedrun absolute garbage, or speedrun Wheels. I know some of you really like Wheels. But anyway, we're gonna get back to the game. Aleph sleeping right there. We need to not bother Aleph. Gabriel's trying to take him to bed, but she can't do that until we leave, so let's go leave now. Where the fuck am I? Hold on. I seem to have disappeared. Why is this? Have I drunk an invisible potion? I'm very confused, but you can see the summoning circle in the background. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get the game up, please. Well, first let's get me like actually like showing up here. On. Hello? Anytime now. Ah. Hold on. I seem to have fell into the wrong outfit. That happens, you know. The stream is falling apart. On that note, what else is new? What else is new? Yeah, we're having Citadella on, Alright, and now, since I am here, now, we can focus on getting the game back up on the screen. I was about to lose my fucking shit. I was about to lose my ever-living shit if it just decided to stop. Anyway. More GAM now. Okay. What's worse is I think I've used the key that I think I've already been in there before, so I've just wasted a key. Cool. Have we gone down this hole? I don't think we have! See, it would be funnier if I actually, like, fell down like a trapdoor, like, opened. be like the wheels actual, like, it'd be like the sub notification noise, which is the wheels death noise. But actually happening. As I plummet to my death. I think I've gone. Whoa. I think I've gone through everything. Shouldn't be yawning. I've been up for only 12 hours at this point. No, not 12. 15. All right, I think we're gonna head back to the thing now. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, because Twitch has not reminded me, but I have reminded myself. I believe there's a discount period going on for some doodads. Where is it? Yeah, starting tomorrow and ending on the 14th, you can get 35% off when you get 5 or more gift subs. They have not announced that really a lot, but they have shared it with like affiliates and partners and whatnot. So I just want to let you know that that is a thing that is going to happen. I always want to look out for you to get a good deal. That's if there's one thing I'm very adamant about is getting a good deal. Why would you want a bad deal? Okay. I don't want to go in there just yet. Let's go over here. Trying to think of what to get for lunch tomorrow. Because again, I could get hot bar at the grocery store. I was thinking about Jersey Mike's, but Jersey Mike's is really expensive. Oh, that is... Ooh. Oh, this is not good. Oh, that was... Oh. Wouldn't it be funny if there was a buffer overflow when I hit like an overflow when I hit 256 Maca? Wouldn't that be funny? I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I think that would be funny. I'm not gonna go in there just yet. I'm gonna keep going back up. Let's just go say hi to Izanami again. Hi there. Damn helicopters. So we're just heading back towards, like, the start, but not, like, fully. Unless I just somehow end up there. I think there's another route to another area here. I can't check the map, though, until I'm in an area that will let me. I probably should have been keeping track of what sections I have and have not been to. And have dealt with the bosses in. Uh-huh. That's cool. I think we're back in the opening section. Alright, that's cool to note. There's just no cutscene for the first section of the game. So if we go here, we get Loki ass. That's right. Fries are done. So I guess we're gonna take the bottom one now. Or this one. Yeah, or that one. I can't remember if I've gone in that one before. I think I have. So I don't want to do that one. I think there's one over here that I can take. Or I might be thinking of one section ahead. I'm thinking of one section ahead. It's weird to think that GDQ is like next month. It always comes up very fast. But hey, I think about it like this as well. In about 5 weeks, we'll find out when GDQ is for AGDQ and if it's also in Pittsburgh again. And if it is, then we'll know the dates, and then I can plan out if I can go to MagFest and to AGDQ, because I really want to submit to MagFest next time, but I need to know when the dates are, because if they're both the same week, I have to pick one over the other. Because I like attending GDQ in its entire week. It's a nice, like, week to just... It's a nice week to just decompress. I don't want to have to worry about travel during the middle of the week other than to get around the city that I'm in. Just relax. I say as absolute chaos is going on screen. I wish I could use my Solomon Dirks, but I don't have any. Sad. I don't think I've been through this one. Watch as it turns out I have. Oh no, I can't go through it. I'm gonna have to find the cellar. Because I have a lot of maca and it's burning a hole in my pocket. Alright, I hit a dead end. Again, not gonna be a super long stream tonight. And if we have the crash thing happen again, I'm just gonna stop. And by crash, I mean crash of the sound card. Of the capture card. Don't think I've been here. Looks new to me. I see the staff. No, I have been here because the staff's there. Yeah, I've been here. Double maca. By the way, I was wanting to put on the incentives page. I do want to start a new game. Like a new game playthrough, but I do want to have a little bit of a vote as to what that is. So there's a couple of them that are, well, let me talk about the incentives a little bit. I think it would make a bit more sense if I just talk about them. So hold on, let me just get the page up. I will point out each of the goals, which is half goal, somehow get to a 1.25 plus. Each of those goals have Marmite in my future because I'm gonna have to eat a digestive for each of them. So you have the potential of forcing me to eat 3 Marmite covered digestives. Not all at once. The salt content would not be good. But they will be eaten over like a couple of days. But you can get me to eat 3 Marmite covered digestives. Some of you are maniacally laughing at me saying that. I can tell. I can feel it. Alright, this should be where the staff is. But yeah, I'll point out that for the half goal, in addition to Megami Ebenroku Persona, if we hit the goal, or half the goal, after we do the Toho game, Nights in Arcadia, or Knights of Arcadia, that one, the Megami Tensei inspired one, we'll be doing Revelations Persona on stream. So you get to see me play both the fan translation and the not great localization of Persona 1. Now, the thing with Revelations Persona is it is essentially half a game. Or 2/3 of a game. Snow Queen Quest is just completely missing from the game. They just never implemented it. But we will play that. I will make a track, special music piece. that is exclusive for the community. And I'm gonna make it just a Creative Commons download. So if you want to also like later on go on and like make something kind of similar with it, you can. You just gotta credit. And yeah, just make sure you credit. Credit and share alike. And then third one for that is, well, that's just the first tier. Second tier is you get that Pathways in the Darkness playthrough again. With the promise that I will keep at it until I can get a run under 2 hours. So we'll do the playthrough and then we'll practice runs until I can get a run under 2 hours. And then, if we somehow manage to hit the goal, alongside that last thing, we'll have a stream where I make a track. So in addition to one track already made on top of it, you get another stream where we just make an entire track live. The third incentive has a bit of a conditional to it, and it is if I can get internet, like my mobile hotspot permitting while I'm at the event. If I somehow manage to hit the goal, then I will have my hotspot sitting on a table, and I will try to stream my one of my practice sessions of Citadella. It'll just be game footage and the timer. We'll not have me in the corner. It will just be game footage and a timer. You'll have the ambiance of the practice room going on in the background, but it will be me attempting to get to do some practice for Citadella during the week. Now, if I don't get that, what we'll do is we will have a special stream where footage for the vlog that I'm doing that you would probably normally only see if you're a fine quality supporter of the live stream via sub. You'll get to look at some of that footage. I'm not going to show all the footage because I would like some of that to be sub only, but you'll get to see a decent bit of footage from the vlog recording. And then Marmite Digestive. And then, and this is my favorite one, so some of you out there may recall back in 2017, 2016, I lost a bet. And unfortunately, as part of that bet, I had to wear a Bubsy shirt all week at GDQ at any point I was outside of my hotel room. Some of you probably met me for the first time at that event, and you probably remember the shirt. I'm going to be wearing the shirt during my run if I get the goal met. I'm just going to straight up wear it, and I'll explain why I'm wearing it. But I'll have the VTuber outfit underneath, but I will be wearing the Bubsy shirt for that. Okay, if I somehow hit 1.25 times the goal, I'm gonna probably cry on stream. Cause that's a chunk of change right there. That is a fucking chunk of change. And to thank everyone for that, on top of everything else, I'll do a speedrun like marathon where I play through speedrun every single game I've done at the event to date. So that will include Citadella, and I'm gonna add on top of that, it's also gonna include any backups that I got in. So you will see Rise of the Triad Dark War Ludicrous Edition as well, because I did get it into the event, but it was a backup. On top of that, I'm gonna try to actively get my VR setup back in proper working order so I can go back to doing some VR streams. I would really like to do, because yeah, the last one we did was doing Half-Life 1. on stream. So I would like to go back and do Half-Life 2 on stream with the added challenge of having to carry a barrel outside of Kleiner's lab as far as I can in the game. This challenge is called a Red Barrel Day because the barrel is red. So I would like to do that. I forgot, did I take this one or did I take the other one? I think it was this one. Oh, sorry. And then, on top of that, I'm going to play an additional version of a Megami Tensei game. Because as you know, with Megami Tensei in Order, we are doing at least one version of each game. There are some exceptions if the games are significantly different than their original version, so Raito Remastered would technically be considered part of that because it uses the second game's stuff, like battle mechanics and whatnot, in the first game's plot. So that is an exception. So I should point out, it doesn't replace the game that I would be doing an additional version of. We would just be doing the game twice. But you get to pick what game it is. One exception. It cannot be Revelations Persona again. And it can't be Megami Ebenroku Persona. So it would if you did Persona 1, it would have to be the PSP version. And that means I would have played Persona 1 3 times, and basically 3 whole times at that point. I will also note that if I do Persona 1, I will insist on having the music replacement mod set up because I do like the original soundtrack a lot more than the PSP soundtrack. It fits the tone of the game a lot more. Whoa! Hello there! Alright, I'm gonna try to pronounce your name. I'm infamously known for butchering. If there's a nickname you would like me to go by, then let me know. How often are there 761 armless like corpses in one hangar? That's a good question. I'm still thinking about it to this day, but I hope you're doing well. You're playing Fort Solace. For people joining from Shukchat, is that correct? Again, if there's a nickname you like me to go have you go by, I can put it in the old chatty here, and so it'll be easier to. Okay. Shooks. Okay. I will keep that in mind. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and set that. But yeah, for anyone joining from Shooks' stream, hi, I'm TBCR. I am primarily a speedrunner. I speedrun the Bungie Marathon Trilogy. And I speedrun a bunch of other games. I have a run at GDQ coming up in, well, the next month. It's Citadella for the Commodore Amiga. It's a really cool Amiga FPS game. I think you'll enjoy it. That runs on the 12th at 6 a.m. currently Eastern. So, pretty cool run. I've done Infinity and Marathon 2 at the event. I'm trying to get Marathon 1 in at the moment. And occasionally I do full game playthroughs, and the main centerpiece, basically flagship playthrough series at the moment, is we're doing a version of each Megami Tensei game, mostly in the original release order. We're taking a detour back to the Telenet 87 game because it's not an Atlas title. It wasn't published by Atlas or Namco, so it's kind of the odd one out of the whole franchise, but we are doing it. I mean, to be fair, Get to Megami Tensei was also published by ASCII, so. But it was made by Atlas. But yeah, it's a cool thing. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing a speedrun request stream where there's a potential for me to be doing Marathon, the entire trilogy, in one go. Did the first half of Arrival after you finished Fort Solace. Nerves were too shot to go into the tunnels. More to illustrate that it existed. That's understandable. That's completely understandable. Marathon 1, despite some aspects of it not aging as well, I think it's still a really good title. Most of my criticisms with Marathon 1 is some of the level design. Other than that, like a pretty decent little FPS. No hit scan in 1994. And ran pretty well on PowerPC Max and some 68K Max, depending on how powerful. Uh-oh. This enemy doesn't want to move. And so do I, apparently. Okay, there we go. The Garrett White text is always really nice. It's a shame that I can't read any of it during my speed runs of Marathon 1. We do go into the area where the terminal's at, but we don't read any of the text. Because, you know, going fast. That's a hot take. I think 2 is aged the best. And if I had to like, in my opinion, put it just from the countless like hundreds of hours I've had to play all of them, I would put Marathon 2 at like in terms of like the best overall game. Infinity has some annoying sections. It also has one of my least favorite levels of the whole trilogy, which is Nah Man, He's Close. Marathon 1, solely just from some of the level design, is mostly in the first half of the game. The alien levels in Marathon 1 are chef's kiss. Perfect. No notes. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think where Marathon really excels is the non-linearity. Like, the non-linearity of how you can, like, approach something in certain levels is just, like... It really puts the whole thinking, like, the whole thinking cap FPS, like, stuff into play. Like, that's why routing Marathon 2 and Infinity are, like, so, like, enjoyable, is because there are multiple ways you can tackle getting to, like, one objective. Now, I will say this. I like Xbox Marathon 2 more than the original. I think the Xbox version with its Marathon 1 physics plays a lot better. There's less leap of faith moments in it. The leap of faith moments are the parts that really like frustrate me, because you think you have like a good line on like a jump, even casually when playing it, and then you just quickly find out, no, you don't. But, I think I was in the middle of talking about incentives, before the raid happened. So let me finish reading those off. There's only like one other thing, which was, we'll do another, an additional Megami Tensei version of a game. So if you want me to do like 2 versions of like Persona 5, for instance. Maybe you want me to do Royal and the original. That's like 200 hours of gameplay. Oh boy. Basically, what would happen is you just insert that version into the order of gameplay. We won't do them back to back, but I would inevitably get to them. And then, yeah, I eat another Marmite covered digestive because, again, people on this stream like to watch me suffer. You would think that. You would think that. There's a lot of, so here's, okay, let's talk about this for a bit. Here's why I like Marathon 2 on Xbox more than the other one. Number one, it loads everything in at the start. It doesn't have to do any loading in between. When you die, you start at the beginning of the level. You don't go back multiple levels to your last save. That's the part that really cinches it for me. That is like the centerpiece of it all. You have Marathon 1 physics in terms of jumping. So when you shoot in front of you, you go forward, not backwards. It introduces more interesting like ways of doing jumps in the game. There are still some similarities between routes if we're talking about speedrunning stuff. For instance, my own private Thermopylae is more or less the same between the two, except until recently, because we do have a new strat for Thermopylae. Kill Your Television is actually where we got the route for the current way to do Kill Your Television. And, oh, there's another Cerberus. I don't think we've been here. Or maybe I have, and I just don't remember. Oh, you couldn't figure out how to get into Citadel? To be honest, how it does it is a bit weird. There's two parts to it. If you're fine with me, like, mentioning, like, in terms of mechanics. It's not gonna spoil anything with, like, the plot, but I can at least tell you, like, there's, like, a spot that you have to step on to open up the back half of the level. And a switch. And then there's another switch that actually opens up the exit. It's a very interesting repair mission because there's actually three conditions that you actually have to like hit before you can actually continue. You spoiled on the plot? Okay, that's understandable. I like that noise. It's good noise. But yeah, basically after you have to cross like the lava pit, that you hit the switch and opens up the raises like little platforms. There's that one switch in the terminal. You have to hit the switch. That opens the back half of the level up. And then you have to go down to the big room, and then there's the platform, right? That raises up, and then there's the terminal that you talk to Duranda with. And there's two rooms that... There's a switch that opens up after you talk to Durandal. That's the switch you gotta hit. And what that does, it not only opens the exit, but that's also the required switch to complete the level. It also opens up a little area with a ×2 health. And in speedruns, we don't go for the ×2 health. We just go straight to the end. Again, the level's a bit weird because there's multiple steps that you have to do to actually complete the level. Most of the time, it's get to location, hit a thing, go. But then you have levels like Kill Your Television, which has two switches that you have to hit in like two like data terminal banks and whatnot. And then there's some levels in... I'm trying to think. There's some levels that have like multiple polygon exploration things. I just now realize we're in Tipperith again. Shopkeep? No. Oh, but there's an Izanami potion right there. I really need to get to that. But yeah, after that, then there's getting to like weird things where what you think you have to do isn't actually what you have to do. And the game kind of like puts the objective near where you're supposed to be somewhere. Or what the game asks you to do. Like, I think there's like 2 levels in a row that have that exact like thing. Yeah, it's the hard stuff rules and Bob's Big Date. You don't actually have to do what Durandal tells you. You just have to go to the general area. It's like very weird. All right, I gotta focus for a bit because I think I died here last time. Oh, last session. No, I didn't. All right, go, 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 go. Back to Loki's ass. Please tell me you heard that. Please tell me you heard that noise. Such a good noise. It's such a good noise. Yeah, we're heading back through here. Yeah, I do, like, this is a pretty interesting stream. I mean, things fall apart a lot, but, like, you get some good speed running, like, cross, like, a whole bunch of FPS games, some non-FPS games. I'm learning, Shin Megami Tensei. This is not Shin Megami Tensei. This is the very first Megami Tensei game from '87. SMT was from '92. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty interesting stream. Pretty funny stream sometimes. Sometimes I say, like, the funniest shit and I don't realize it until later. Very offbeat stream. Would people agree with me on that? Like a very offbeat stream? But anyway, I hope you have a good night. Definitely some good sleep. And for everyone else, 5 minutes till the next ad break. In fact, since we had to stop stream earlier, we're not taking intermission. We're just gonna play to the end of the stream. So yeah. Because I am gonna have to stop at some point within like the next half hour or hour. Because I need to sleep as well. Last couple of nights, I've been having, this is like watch through video of the entire California Zephyr, like route on Amtrak from Los Angeles to Chicago, which I believe is the full route. If Chance is still here, Chance, can you confirm if that's the case? Chance rides Amtrak more than I do. So if we have our Amtrak expert in chat still at the moment, I would like to get confirmation if that is indeed the case or not. Ah, damn, there's nothing here. I guess they're gonna have to fall back through the hole! Nakajima has like a ring of red. What is he, angry or something? Hold on, do I have the... Okay, I thought I had the sound turned up on the sharp because fun fact, the footsteps. You want to hear something funny? So the footsteps are generated by the PSG chip on the Sharp X1 itself because the FM synthesis is coming from a dedicated sound card, right? So if I was to go and turn up the volume on the Sharp, I need to narrowly avoid hitting the reset button. All right, cool. There we go. So I have the volume all the way on max. Yeah, isn't that cool? I can just have it playing through the thing and then also just have it blasting my ears out in person. Once again, reminding you, that's fine. This is being played on actual hardware. This is an actual Sharp X1 from 1985 with an actual FM synthesis card in it and actual copy of the game. I love the box art for the first Megami Tensei game. I'm so glad that both Atlas and Telenet used that art. It's also used for the OVA as well, the art. It's good art. I'm disappointed they didn't use that Loki design past Digital Devil Story. It's a good Loki design. I mean, don't get me wrong, the one from SMT and then, you know, the later Megami Tensei games like Devil Summoner and Soul Hackers and Persona and whatnot. Like, those are some good designs. Obara? Yeah. You got a little bit of blue frosting on your teeth. You might want to take a look at. I may have been here already. I'm gonna save to be safe. Yeah, I've been here. This should be Nakajima holding the sword. That animation is going way too fast. Again, this is an issue with the Sharp X1. And if you're not here at the very beginning of the stream, the reason we're not playing on a Sharp X1 Turbo is because mine has battery corrosion on the floppy drive connector. Which I found out to my horror yesterday. Or Thursday, because it is now Saturday. Anyway, for the people in the ad, see you in a bit. Well, we'll see you in a bit in about 47 seconds, because again, it just says ad starting soon way too early. I do want to get some more software for the Sharp X1. I really like this keyboard. I like all the keyboards from my Japanese home computers that I have. Like the PC8801 is a blue switch keyboard. It's clicky, has the tactile like click to it. All the other ones are Alps greens. Every single one of them are green Alps. Which is really good. I've been here before. I'm going back in here. Or is that as far as I'm going to be able to go? That is as far as I'm going to be able to go. Yeah. I guess we're going in here then. Okay, I have a thought about the capture, right? Stand by. I just want to test something. So this capture is at what? 60? I'm gonna put it at 30. Okay, it's not flickering as bad now. I mean, it's still flickering, don't get me wrong, but... Oh, no, it's flickering pretty bad. Okay. I don't know. Do you want me to have it at 30 like this or have it at 60? Which looks better, 30 or 60? I think it ultimately doesn't matter. I think it's just gonna be a flickering mess no matter what. I just realized me asking that question is pointless because barely anyone heard it. Okay. Got the maca. I need to not shoot the salesman if I see him. Because I actually need to buy some keys off of him. Alright, I guess we're going down the hall! We've been here before. We've been here before. They got a big mouth over there. Okay, I think I'm actually lost. Because we've been here already once. I'm dead. 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 What a perfect time to come back from the ad break. Hi. Come back right as I take a death. All right. We're gonna reload the game. I think those are... I know at one point during the opening, it's like the music in the game and who composed it, because there's two composers for the music in this game. Unlike the one for the Atlas made, which was Tsukasa Masako, this was two different people. I have the manual right here. I want to actually go back, go through like the Moby Games listing for the game and get like the proper name for, like the proper like names. But listed here, oh, that's a good picture of Obara right there, and Cerberus and Yumiko. Music is from Esogawa and Osato, the two musicians listed on this one. This had 5 game designers, 6 artists, and okay, here's some fun information for you. The MSX version had the least amount of programmers for it. It only had 1. Is that a J? I think that might be a J. Anazawa. The FM77 AV, which is the Fujitsu FM77. The X1, the one I'm playing, and the PC8801 all had 2 developers each, and none of them shared a version. They each did a specific version of the game. Okay. Anyway. We better get back to the game now. And I think we've been a bit since I actually, like, saved. So we may have to continue from here. Yeah. All right, show me the sword. Yeah. Again, note the skull on the ground. Art is pretty good in this game. Art is pretty good. And if you haven't watched it or read it yet, I would recommend watching the Digital Devil Story OVA, or read or at least read the first book for this game. For the Atlas title, it's recommended to read the first 2 books because that game is technically an alternate ending to the second book. Because there's characters that show up in the game. And by characters, I mean one character that shows up in the game that is from the second book. So, Ismafid is in the game. So yeah, if you want to play this game, read the book, watch the OVA, play the game. You're doing the first Digital Devil Story, you don't really need to, but it would make a bit more sense if you were to read the first 2 books, watch the OVA, play the game. Because, again, as a reminder, this entire franchise spawned from a book. A Beer and Pretzels horror book, but still a book nonetheless. Which, I should point out, the book celebrates its 40th anniversary next year in March. And that means the Megami Tensei franchise as a whole. This is the Sharp X1. So what happened is that the company that was managing the property for Aya Nishitani back in the 80s, because the book came out in 86, they made the OVA that came first after the book. Well, the first 2 books. So it was the books, first 2 books, the OVA, or it might have been the first book, the OVA, the second book, then this game. This is the very first Megami Tensei game. It originally came out for the MSX. It later got released for the Sharp. Well, the PC-88 came after that. And there was the Sharp X1, and then the Fujitsu FM7 came out last, and that version came out after the Atlas title. So this one came out in July of 87. The original Famicom Digital Devil Story came out on September 11th of 87. So I have played through the Famicom version. If you have it on my YouTube, there should be an entire section on the main channel landing. This just called Megami Tensei in Order, and you can find playlists at least up to at least up to SMT2, because I haven't added any of the If playthroughs yet, because I'm having to. There's a lot to go through because I'm doing all 4 endings of If. In fact, let me see if I can. I know I keep pausing, but we're talking about stuff related to the game and to the franchise as a whole, so I feel like it's okay if I do that. Let me go to my channel page real quick. Channel. And then I'm gonna go to playlists. So yeah, if you'd like to watch the Digital Devil Story 1 for the Famicom, I have the playlist right here. Oh shit, hold on. I copied the wrong link there. Do note that these are uploaded as unlisted videos, so you do have to actively keep checking back onto the YouTube to make sure that a specific game actually has the playlist up. I just don't want to inundate my, like, the people that sub to my channel with just countless stream VODs. Maybe I should make these public, the gameplay ones, but usually when I have a stream VOD, I just put it as an unlisted and put it in a playlist, and you gotta go onto the channel to get to it. But yeah, there's Digital Devil Story. Actually, I may have given you... No, that's Digital Devil Story. And then on top of that, there is an additional playthrough of the game in which we are doing the second playthrough, which is a special version of the game where they move around stuff in the dungeons. That's not where they're supposed to be. And it makes starting the game an absolute living hell. So that's cool. And I'm slowly going through that one just because of the difficulty. And we've done 2 of the sessions live. It's supposed to be a YouTube exclusive, but I wanted to get to them, and that was the best way I can get to them. But yeah, that's for that one. And then I haven't added this one onto the YouTube yet because, again, I still have the if VODs to get through because I have to add thumbnails and whatnot to all of them. Once I do that, though, you'll be able to watch the if streams as well. All right, I'm gunning it. 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 Yeah, they are pretty good. Both versions have pretty good graphics. I think of, like, the later Wizardry games when I think of the early Megami Tensei dungeon crawlers, which makes sense. It is a direct influence on the franchise, so it tracks. I do plan on doing a Wizardry game on stream at some point. It's only fitting. I like to do it on original hardware, because I believe it came out for the Apple II originally. So I would like to do the original Apple II release of the game. Which I do have an Apple IIc. I just need to get a power supply for it. And a copy of Wizardry 1 for the Apple II. I'm gonna have a death. I'm gonna have a death. They keep spawning in. Holy shit. I've never had that happen. All right. Hit Z. What do you mean admin once making an extraction shooter? What? Hold on, I just like looked up Reddit for a second just to like check stuff for the franchise. And then I saw... Oh no, this was posted by Admin 1. Total Carnage alternative interpretation of the classic mode. Marathon extraction shooter. And then there's a separate image that just says, and I quote, much of what seems new will ultimately have always been. Alright. Let's get back to going. Hold on, I want to check this. All right, so we're back to here. And I need to move... I'm trying to understand what the fuck this means, but... I guess I want to move towards the top right. Oh, that helps a lot more. Okay, I guess we're going to go to 3 and then try to head to another section. I'm guessing that's what that's saying. Okay, wait, we're at 8 though. Hold on. I have to read this map carefully. So which direction is this one? If it's... Okay. So we have exits on 7, 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1 that head to other areas. 6 and 5 don't have anything. So I can go from 1 to 6 and 1 to 2. Hold on, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Unironically taking a screenshot of this because I have no fucking clue what the fuck this ultimately means. Alright. Let's try again. Do-do-do. Hi. Oh, we're in 2. Alright, cool. I'm gonna have another death. I'm gonna have another death. Yep, another death. Oh my god. Okay, cool. No, end. Alright, into 3. So there's an exit in 3. The issue is I'm near death. So I'm probably gonna take a death here. Because these fucking enemies are here too. I'm gonna take a death. Think I'm safe here? right, here we go. I'm gonna have to open up my my other can of soda, and you know what that means. I just realized you won't know what that means. Hold on. What that means is, everyone, it is time for us to have a certified mug moment. Oh, smell the waft of root beer. As we have a certified mug moment. It's so good to be able to have mug after a long time. Because remember, I drink 0 sugar soda, other than like Kickstart. So, I've not been able to have mug for the longest time. Drinking an invisible can of mug, I mean, that's how it works sometimes, you know? You have an invisible can of mug, sky's the limit. Hold on, I gotta reset my layout for stuff. I have a preview of the stream, so I have a way of seeing what you're seeing at the moment. It's also how I'm able to do the glance aside like this. This is where the camera is. Because I have the thing right in front of it. I do like A&W root beer. I'm a big fan of root beer in general. Like, I like Barks, I like A&W. I like Mug. I think Mug is probably like the best of the bunch. I know that would sound heathenish to like A&W enthusiasts, but like A&W I like more as a float, right? You get that ice cream on it. Oh, so good. But if I want just straight up, just root beer, right? It's a certified mug moment. Without fail. All you have is mug and A&W root beer. I'm surprised Barks isn't sold up there. I think it's a Coca-Cola product. You would think, and I know Coca-Cola is still sold up in Canada. Or is still sold up in Canada. Like, I just restated the exact same words. It's fine. But yeah, like, I'm surprised Barks isn't sold up there. I'm gonna take another death. Oh, thank God I found a bag of holding. They canceled production. Fascinating. Actually fascinating. That's wild. Barks has like a nice like little aftertaste to it. It's not like, and it's like one of the few root beers I've had where it actually has a little bit of a bite to it. Just a little bit. I need to go up there. It's pretty good. That note you're hearing is the sound of the senator's phone melting. Alright, I don't want to go back to HOD. I'm so disappointed you can't hear that. There's some truly amazing noises happening. This OPM chip is, or is it OPN? I can't remember. Let's double check that. I don't know what the 2151 is, actually. Maybe it's an OPL chip. That'd be pretty cool. Cool. I think it was 5 and 6. Yeah. So we're in Tipperith, so if we end up in another section, then this is what I think it is. By the way, just a heads up that I will probably be stopping at probably 2:30. Because again, I gotta get sleep. I have a big day tomorrow. We're gonna be doing a lot of speed running, hopefully. Well, I'll be doing games outside of actual requests, so we will have like a lot of speed running going on. I like that it cuts to black like that on the doom. It's a good little touch. All right, let's go again. Hit the Z button. Okay. And we keep going. By the way, speaking of adjacent Megami Tensei stuff, Joker got announced for that Sonic racing game. No, that does not mean we have to play it on stream. Just because a Megami Tensei character shows up in a game doesn't make it a Megami Tensei game. Sorry, Matrix. Do I really have that little health? Holy shit. Shadow the Hedgehog is a very important game. Explain how. I mean, like, you have a better argument with, like, Devil May Cry because, you know, it makes up, like, an interesting aspect of SMT3, but, like... And the fact that Kaneko did designs for Devil May Cry 2 is, like, a... kind of a trade. Atlas got to use Dante. And then Kaneko makes some character designs for... Devil May Cry 2. Alright, I'm gonna switch to the beads real quick. The problem is I have no way of telling if there's an enemy near me or not. I'm literally doing this like blind. I may have to do the weird thing where I turn the system off and then turn it back on. Because apparently it does respawn items. You know what? We're gonna do that. Turn the sharp back on. Now you get to see the boot process again. This doesn't have an actual basic on it. It just has a program loader, the IPL, and that's how it boots into stuff. And then it has more RAM for the game. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna actually let the intro play out for a bit because I need to check my phone on something. I also need to set my alarm for the morning. Because if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget later. And then it's gonna be like 2 p.m. when I wake up, and then I'm gonna be like, ah, shit. I'm gonna wake up at 9. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this play out a little bit. Just gonna do a quick check of things. Uh-huh. Cool. Well, I guess we're gonna get back to the game. It's also really cool that they've kept that logo, like, design for almost 40 years. It's on the original book. Well, it wasn't on the exactly on the original book. It was a bit more like a traditional, like, font. The third character here isn't, like, halfway down. That character being like that, I think, is really what makes that logo, like, really appealing. If they were all just, like, all the way up like it is in, like, SMT4's, like, box art, I don't know. It's just something about that one character, those two, well, yeah, that character being down instead of up. Just down. But not all the way. It really makes me wish that in the West, they would kind of emulate that a little bit. So, like, because I think that's what, 10? Yeah. Megami Tensei. Yeah. So just have, like, the 10 in Tensei just slightly lower in, like, the text and whatnot. Just kind of replicate that, but in, like, English. I think that'd be really cool. They're never gonna do it. The closest we got to that was the PS1 translation, the fan translation of SMT1. But they had the word... I did not realize how much little health I have right here. Oh, boy. We have the health pickups, though, so we can keep that in mind. But the, we've never gotten an equivalency, because the first game that actually had like, any sort of, like, Megami Tensei branding in the US was Shin Megami Tensei Devil Children No, Demi Kids was the first game that had it. It actually beat SMT2 by, I think, a year. I think Demi Kids came out in 2002. Yes, it did. 2002. Black Book and Red Book for the Game Boy came out in Game Boy Color came out in 2000. White Book came out in 2001. And fun fact, you can play Black Book on an original Game Boy as well. Light version and dark version, of which I have both versions of dark. We will be playing the English version of dark, by the way. Yeah, here's my copy of dark right here. Which has the Japanese, like, Shin Megami Tensei logo on it, which is very, very interesting. I think really only, like, 2 games prior to, like, SMT4 had it in the US. SMT3 has it. It's, like, very noticeable. It's, like, right below Nocturne. There's a little Shin Megami Tensei, like, logo there. And then, yeah, Demi Kids has it. Okay. I'm just gonna fire this down. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. I even like shot down the hall to make sure there was nothing there. And there was something there. That's how it works in Mafia. That's how Mafia works. All right, let's try this again. We're gonna try a few more times, and then I will have to actually stop because, again, I have stuff I have to do in the morning in preparation for GDQ. That's good, because that means we're in a new section. I just don't know which one we're at. What do we have? Are we in the middle? We're at the top. So I'm guessing we need to get to the center. There's an exit on 5, 6, 8, and 7. Now the question is, which one am I at? 7. Cool. So that's 7. So I need to find the entrance to 8 or 6, I think. Saving game. As soon as I see enemy, then the one in question is here. Cool. Cool. That way we can't go through. So we're at a dead end, essentially. All right. Going again. I'd like to get into another section before I stop. Welcome back, Professor Ramses. I know you've probably been like lurking or whatnot, but I do want to welcome you back. All right, we're going for this. I want to get to the actual, like, walkway. Okay. Cool. In. All right. So now we're in 2. Now we hop to 4. Things respawn because I picked up that battery last time. So we do have, like, respawn stuff. I think there was a boss in here earlier. Oh, what was that? Oh, not again! I wasn't supposed to do that, by the way, chat. Was not. Tipperith? Nisach, okay. I guess we're gonna come over to here and we're gonna go down here. Unless there's like another path right here. There's a potion of Izanami. Hey, that was pretty good. I just realized with the whole play an alternate version of any Megami Tensei game, there's a potential chance that someone will ask me to play the PlayStation version of Devil Children Black and Red Book, which doesn't have a translation, by the way. It's a remake. And I don't think I can buy it on the PlayStation Store, so I would have to get a copy of the original if I did that. Like, currently right now, what are alternate versions of games? Koyaku Megami Tensei doesn't count because of the fact that we're already going to be doing that. So Digital Devil Story 1 and 2 are out of the question for that. SMT, I've already done the iOS version, so it would have to either be the PlayStation version, the Sega CD version, which involves having to buy an entire setup for that. The TurboGrafx, or the PC, the CD engine. God, how many versions of SMT? Okay, so here's the thing with SMT1. The Game Boy version is almost the same. almost entirely the same. It plays very, very, very similarly. The only difference is menuing. Would that count? I want to get chat's opinion on this. Does the Game Boy version technically count as the iOS version, considering they're basically the same thing? Or would you dictate them as separate versions in of themselves? I want to get your opinion on this. What would you, the viewer, consider? Because me personally, right? If they are basically the same thing, like there's no like gameplay differences between them, they just play exactly the same as each other than menuing, I would consider them to be the same version. Now, other people will disagree with me on that, and that's understandable. So, like, in my opinion, like, the other versions that honestly really would be in contention would be original Super Famicom, PC Engine, or CD Engine, which I do want to get a PC Engine, CD Engine TurboGrafx at some point. Like, that is in the cards. I do want to get that console at some point. But I want to get I want to get a PC Engine Turbo, Duo Turbo, because that has AV out. It's not RF. I don't have an RF capture at the moment. Used to, but I don't now. Well, I have a VCR that I could plug it into. You get what I mean, though. And then, so that's Tipworth 4. Well, I don't know which one this is. So it's either gonna be... Let's just go ahead and save here. So it's Tipworth 4 that I exited from, and this is Chesed 8. But we've been here before. So the only way I can go is into 3. Or either take 8 again. But the only problem is that it goes into an inescapable area. Okay, so now we're in Chesed 3, so we can go to 2 or 4. Sorry, 2 or 5. 2 or 5. I would like to go into 5. To try to go towards 7. Oh, yeah. You know what the fun part about this playthrough series is? There are certain Atlas titles that I have to play as, like, prior context. For example, when we get to SMT3, before we even play the game, I have to play Puzzle Boy and beat all the puzzles on it. Because... well, some of you know exactly why I'm bringing up Puzzle Boy and SMT3 in the same sentence. Some of you may be having, like, flashbacks to that. Puzzle Boy seems to be a very, traumatizing thing for some players. It's not even that bad of a game. Simply puzzle better. I'd really like to do the... Okay, so a reminder, I have a Famicom, right? I want to get the Famicom disk system and also get a disk system version of Puzzle Boy, which is Puzzle Boys. Okay, so we're in 6. That's a dead end. So this should take me back to 3. Yeah. Okay, so those maps on the screen, they're just like a bunch of lines and whatnot. Those are actually important. Vitally important. All right, so we're gonna head into 2 now. I think. No, this is 5. So we're heading towards 7, so we need to go back. And I'm guessing that this is 1? No, that's the exit for 3. So that takes us to wherever. Wow, we actually have a break coming up. Again, I'm not doing an intermission because I am going to be stopping at some point in the near future. I just want to get to a good stopping point, and we're about to find out if that's now or later. I'm just going to save again. Ah, this one. That's a boss right there, by the way. Alright. So we need to find the way to get into 2. Oh, my tinnitus is kicked back in. How great. So this was 5, right? Yeah, so we need to go... I think up here? Bengi! Alright, so this heads into 2. So the way through here would be 1. Alright, so that's 1. This takes us to 4. Yep, that makes sense. So this will be an exit. Oh, this room has an exit to its own thing, but we can't get to it because there's no way to it. So there's another way into that room from 2. Either that or it's from the other, like, area as well. I will note aiming in this version is really, really hard. Alright, let's get the health. Get some more maca. And this will lead us to the next part. So it's going from Chesed to... Wait. Is this where I think it is? Sabura. I need to go back and I need to get it to give me the map. Also, notice that the HCC monitor files thing changes a different color. I think it's blue for this part. No, it's green. It was blue earlier. That was very bizarre. Anyway, here's the map for this one. So we went into 1, and now we're into 8. So we can go into 7 or 5. Can't open. I think I actually need to open that. Get the jewelry. Oh, I think I took it out by accident. All right, so this might be the one that goes to 5? Yeah. So I'm assuming if it cuts across, it's like a hole. If it cuts across on the map. Oh, yeah. All right. As a reminder, this is you'll see what I'm trying to explain. Anyway, we got our seller here. I do need to buy some items here, so I'm just gonna buy full health. I don't know why they made this character have a very stereotypical look, but at least we're getting items. There's that consolation. I'm gonna buy 5 keys. 4, 5, cool. And I want to fill up my jewels because I can get a lot of enemies out of the way with that. Right. And then they're just gonna be gone. Oh, thank goodness, I got my Solomon Dirks. Whatever would I have done without those? Chat, what would I have done without my Solomon Dirks? So this is, I can go to 7 from here. That's cool. Where the fuck is the way to 7? Okay, so so the thing is, well, I was gonna try to explain what I'm explain this graph, but I don't think I'm gonna do that well. Okay, so that might be the one from 7. That hole right there is probably the one from 7. So we're gonna cut back to 8, and then we can go into 7 once we find the appropriate entrance. This cuts back out. So this should take us to back where we were. That's right, computer. Oh, this is good. This is actually good. We're back in Bina. Back in Bina. I need to go back through back through here so I can get a picture of the map. I don't know why it only took me until now to realize that I could just take a picture of the map and just reference it to figure out where to go. I don't know why it is taking me this long. Alright. Also, can I talk about how fucking excited I am about the new Digimon game? I'm fucking, like, ecstatically pumped for the next Digimon game. Which, I should point out, like, if there's a franchise I would say goes hand in hand with Megami Tensei, Digimon is probably the one. Like, Cyber Sleuth hits that vibe, like, very much. I mean, Cyber Sleuth has, like, and I'm not joking when I say this, there's, like, literal, like, organ harvesting is, like, an element that is brought up in Cyber Sleuth in a Digimon game. Wild. You should pick up Cyber Sleuth. It's a pretty good RPG. Alright, so we're in 6. So I need to go either to 5 or to 4. 5 has an exit, 4 doesn't. Sorry, I have to go to 7 or 5. 5 has an exit, 7 doesn't. Well, it does, but it's the... Well, this isn't the one. There's 2 ice areas. Where does that take me? It takes me to... Oh, this area. Okay. In the expanse. There's Yumiko! There she is! Hold on, I'll save you. Boot. Is that what they're calling them? I would call them cleats. But yeah, we found Yumiko! Yeah! And my tinnitus is kicked back in. Ah, good old tinnitus. Alright. So this should go to 7? No, this goes to 5. Oh, I think the map you have to, like, flip it upside down. Because 5 is to the right if you do that. Alright, so we cut from 5 to 2. 2 can go to 3 or to 1. It's not gonna go to any of them at the moment. Alright, so 2 goes back to 5. So we can either head to the next section or we can continue to explore here. I would vote to keep exploring. TBH. All right, so this is either 4 or no, this is 4. This has to be 4. Process elimination makes this 4. Yeah. All right, so we can cut to 1, or we can go to 3, or 2. Both of them have like ways. All right, there's the Izanami shrine. I think I need to get to that. All right, so this cuts to 2. Gets me health. All right, back to 5. Oh, sorry, to 4. I bet this is gonna be like the other thing where there's like a spot on the floor that I have to walk on to get to the shrine of Izanami. All right, charge my bat. I think that has spot down. So we're on 4. This is taking us to 3. So 3 only has 1 route, which is 2. So wherever we find here is going to take us to 2. And then 2 goes to 1. I'm gonna take a guess that this is either 2 or this is a teleport to the area that Yumiko was at. 2. All right. That means this is a dead end. There's the cellar. Get the bell. Okay, so we're gonna head to the here, take us back to 3, and then we're gonna just make our way back to 4. Well, first let me just examine the bottom just to make sure that I'm not like missing anything. Yeah, look, I would have missed out on my Solomon Dirk. Very important, I picked that up. My Solomon Dirk. All right, so out of 3 into 4. 4 can cut to 1, but I have to find a specific spot for it. Okay, so here's the fun fact about the movement here. If you are holding a key, if you hit the 4 key, then you can hold 1 and 7 and then run and gun, I believe. No, but you can't do that with the joystick, which is also very bizarre. This game's very weird. All right, this should go back to 5. And then I want to see what this exit takes me. I think this takes me back to an area I've already been. I'm getting to that point where I may need to call it. But we're just gonna take a little bit of a thing. Yeah, this is Tipperith. We've been here. But at least I can get my Solomon Dirk. Yippee! I'm not gonna get my Solomon Dirk. TBH. All right. We'll play for a little bit more, and then we're gonna stop. I know who I'm gonna host, so yeah. Oh no, my battery turned off. Nakajima really needs to replace that screen on that laptop, I swear. That's why it keeps dying so quickly. He's got a catheter, he's got like a fluorescent tube in it. Are you up to 6? Up to 8. Oh boy. That's the 6. Sorry, that's the 7. Yeah, so you gotta flip the map upside down. Okay. Oh, all I got was 1 mock out of that. Sad. Alright, so that's 8. And then this is... No, wait. No, I gotta go down. I gotta go down. I want to go over here first, though. Just want to check, make sure there's nothing, like, wacky that I'm gonna be, like, missing out on if I don't do this. And I am. Call this big area. Big area. That didn't really matter because I was just gonna get over here anyway. All right, on to 6, and now I should be able to head into the next area from here. Except I think didn't I start in this room? Chat, did I not start in this room? I swear I started in this room. Apparently not. If I see Yumiko on the screen, then yes, we've been here before. Yep, there's Yumiko. All right, how about this? We're gonna I said tinnitus again. Ugh. Ugh. Hey, it's gone. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap up because again, I have a lot of speedrunning that I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. Because again, speedrun requests, just for people that are not aware, we're gonna be doing multiple hours tomorrow. I'm gonna start off doing stuff I want to do, but if you want me to do a specific speedrun, there's ways that you can put in a request, exclamation point menu. You can look at it ahead of time. And if you put any requests in over the time that I'm unconscious, we'll get to those first because I do not have anything actually queued up at the moment. So that being said, yeah, that's going to start sometime in the afternoon and we'll go probably until the early morning hours. And then should be pretty neat. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up now. We're going to save. Cool. And with that in mind, let's wrap up. All right. So I know who we're hosting. We're hosting Imakuni. We're hosting Riza. Playing the new Mario Kart. So just as a note, I'm not getting a Switch 2. So if for some reason you put in this feedback channel that you want me to play a Switch exclusive, Switch 2 exclusive, sorry. No, I'm not giving Nintendo money for bad business practices. But with that in mind, at least you can watch the game through someone else. So while I'm getting you set up, Senor de Risa, if you like to keep up to date with this fine quality live stream, do note that if you're not following at the moment and you think the stream's pretty neat, make sure you hit the follow button because we do stream at least 3 days out of the week. We have this Friday Megami Tensei in Order stream. And then we have 2 speedrunning streams, Marathon Monday, and then whatever I need to work on, which at the moment is practice for Summer Games Done Quick with Citadella. And then Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday are toss-up days. It could be anything. Thursdays are for special occasions. Won't happen often moving forward. But yeah, potentially 6 days out of the week for streaming. And if we're really lucky, 7. But you at least get 3 days out of the week. And then if you join via subscribe or subbing to, not subbing, following the channel. I keep forgetting what I'm on at the moment. It's Twitch. Following the channel, make sure you join the Fine Quality Discord where we talk about not only Megami Tensei, but Sharp computers, including the hellscape behind me, the X1 Turbo. PC98 stuff. We have Amiga channel because I own 3 Amigas. There's Tech Talk. There's a Linux channel for people that want to learn Linux as Windows 10 end of support gets very closer. It goes out of support in 4 months. Oh boy. I think 5 months actually. And yeah, there's just topics for everyone. And then we have a Ko-Fi down below if you like to support the Fine Quality live stream, either via the speedrun request tomorrow by putting in a Ko-Fi tip for a specific run or an outfit to wear. But you can also do a $5 recurring donation on there, which gets you access to basically everything except free, no ads that the Twitch sub gets. So you have bonus content on the Discord, behind the scene, early YouTube main videos on the YouTube channel or any videos that are not VODs, and then you get work in progress for video editing. So I'll be posting a little bit of that during GDQ because I am going to be working on a video during the week at GDQ. And then we have a throw-in if you'd like to buy an item for the Fine Quality live stream. It's mostly a to-do list for me, but if you like to help me with the to-do list, I won't complain. And then we have fine-quality.website. Not only is it my Blue Sky handle, but it is also the official TBCR website. It has an embed of this very stream on it, social media links at the top, and then at the bottom, we have contact information and coaster credits, if for some reason that's something you like. Anyway, I'm going to send you over to Risa. So with that in mind, my name is TBCR. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday, and I'll see you a little bit later Friday. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday if you're still in Friday land, and I'll see you back here later Saturday with speedrun request. the first official one. But until then, take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.